Welcome. Welcome to the Punk Panda Sunday evening kickoff call. We have a lot of great, exciting news for you guys tonight. And I am T.W. Dawson, CCO of Punk Panda. And we have Marcus, one of the founding members of Punk Panda, is going to go over some things. And it's early in the morning for Albert, the CEO, but we're hoping that he's going to join us very, very shortly to go over a couple of things that's really exciting for the week to come in Punk Panda. We've been working diligently to make sure that this app has been tested and used and making sure that all the applications and the functions are perfect. And we appreciate a lot of feedback coming back from you guys that are using it in this beta format. We're really, really close for having this thing done completely. And what I want to do is just have Marcus come on and just share with us what's the first thing we're going to do. Albert was supposed to be here, but he's not. So let's see, what are we going to talk about first? Let's just talk about the Panda Pals, the website. And Marcus, if you come up now and just give us some insight on what we can look forward to with this new website and the Panda Pals.
Absolutely. TW, thank you very much. And everybody else, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We were recording this for those of you who couldn't actually join us on the live presentation. And, you know, we're going to give some official updates, but we're kind of going to go through it in an unofficial way, because what you will notice about us as a business as we move forward is that we are part of a community. It's not about you and us, it's about you and we. Right? As a we and as a community, what's good for the members is good for the company. We are all token holders of PPM. So as we grow, it's our job to make sure we deliver these products and make sure the services are functioning good and better and better and better all the time. But as we work together, as we grow together, we all are going to win together. So we're going to keep you up to speed with what's happening, so you know that these things that are rolling out, we're delivering new things all the time. And one of the new things you'll see if you go to punkpanda.com, you'll see a link on the top right-hand side that says Panda Pals. All right, so Panda Pals are the people that you've introduced to the app, and it's the people that they've introduced to the app. So you'll be prompted to log in with your phone number, right? So you put in your country, your phone number, you'll get an SMS code. That SMS code will come to your phone, you'll type that in, and it will then allow you to log in. All right, now once you do that, you'll be able to see a few things. You'll see your ID number, you'll see your name, you'll see the ID number of the person that's introduced you to the app, and you'll also see your X factor. Now your X factor is something which is really cool, and you can improve your X factor as you go forward. Now, you'll see 12 levels. So we're going to be tracking 12 levels of people. That you introduce somebody, that's your level 1. If they introduce somebody, that's your level 2. So the algorithm we have is tracking down all 12 levels, and it's creating an X factor. And the X factor is a combination of metrics. Number 1 is how many hours are people using the app within your 12 levels of your Panda Pals organization. As we start to deliver different products and services that are paid options, it's going to be also measuring how many dollars are being spent on services within your 12 levels of your organization, right? And so basically, the more productive your organization is, as far as how many people are in it, how many dollars of products and services are being spent on, your X factor will be higher. And every 30 minutes, you'll be receiving PPM tokens into your wallet within your app. All right, so that's something where if you want to share that, if you just want to use the app, you'll get some tokens just for using the app. If you want to share the app with other people, you'll get even more tokens every 30 minutes. If you want to actually encourage your people to start to use some of the products and services that are paid options in the future, you'll get even more Punk Panda PPM tokens every 30 minutes. So that's the Panda Pals. You can log in from your phone, you can log in from the desktop, just going to punkpanda.com and clicking on Panda Pals. So anything you want to add to that, TW, before we just go on to the next topic?
Well, I like to add that once it was done and it was sent over to me and I was able to look at what was going on in my organization, I was I was exceptionally surprised at how fast this is growing. Man, listen, once you get your Punk Panda Pals readout and show how many people are in your level, it grows so fast. You'll have hundreds of people in your organization in a matter of days, just because what we have is so amazing. And to see it grow right in front of your eyes and see the metrics of how many people are using it, what's the hours on each level. Go there. I mean, I don't want to say go there now because I want you guys to pay attention, but as soon as it's over, go to punkpanda.com and look at those metrics and see how many people are in the organization, and then challenge yourself to actually put the work in to create a big organization of Punk Panda Pals. So yes, Marcus, that is amazing. And I'm so excited about that because that's one of the things where a lot of people are interested in seeing this thing grow. It's one thing to say, hey, we're going to scale up to 1 million users in a year, but for each individual to be able to look at their contribution in that, that's very key because again, we're using it, we're sharing it, and we're owning it. So we have to own our part, and our part is helping this community grow.
Absolutely. Now, it tied into this is the smart contract. So the smart contract is going to be activated later on sometime today. I don't have the exact time. I know that the development team are going to activate it as we promised on the 15th. So as soon as that's activated, you're going to start to see PPM tokens coming into your wallet that you can log into and look at through your Panda app. So that's pretty exciting. And, you know, as we go forward, we're going to start to bring people in from the community who are really doing well with their X factor, and they can share, well, what am I doing in my organization to get my X factor up, to make sure I'm maximizing the amount of PPM tokens you're being rewarded with as you're helping the community to grow. So the X factor, maybe we'll do a Punk Panda X factor. That'll be a fun thing for us to do together as a group. Now, I'll hand back to you, TW. I know you're running the agenda. What's up next?
Okay, what's next? We have the new Panda Pals app update. Excuse me, Punk Panda apps update with the tech support. So we want to talk about that because the support is so important, because especially in a new app, when we're talking about bringing something to the market for the first time, there's going to be little small glitches, small things that we have to work on in order to improve. And one thing I wanted to say to you guys is that no matter what we put on the market as a finished product today, it'll never be really finished because the app will grow as we grow. The more we grow as a community, the more opportunities we have to offer new technologies within our app. So just keep that in mind. So the new app, the update is ready right now. And Marcus, I want you to talk about the tech support, because again, in this part right here is so important. The tech support is so important because the more feedback we get, the more we can put into this, and the more we can grow. And the more we grow, the better we can make the app. So it all works together. So Marcus, tell us about what we have as far as the tech support.
Yeah, so obviously a lot of us who have participated in the pre-sale to get a hold of these tokens before we take it public, we've set up an account and we've been going to the website punkpandafarm.com. So we have a separate site which is for the app called punkpanda.com, and that's where you're going to go to obviously look at your Panda Pals, look at your organization. And from a privacy standpoint, you're only going to see the names of the people that you've personally introduced. All right. You're not going to be able to see the names of people on level 2, 3, 4, 5, because you know what? They might not want their private information shared with anybody other than the friend who's introduced them. But you'll see the number of people on level 2, the number of people on level 3, right down to 12 levels. And you'll also see how many hours have been used from everybody on your level 2, 3, 4, and so on. And that allows you to see what's going on within your business and is the message moving down through there, how to maximize your X factor. But as far as the new app's concerned, we're always pushing updates. Depending on your phone and your settings, it may automatically update to the new version. So we've just pushed out a new update yesterday. So it's worthwhile to go into your app store, click on the Punk Panda logo, and then click update. I had to do that for myself to make sure I updated to the new version. And you know, there are a number of features that we want to improve on, user interface scenarios and different features within the app. But we've had to prioritize rather than submit 20 new things to Apple and then they come back with us for days and days and days on some of them. We're prioritizing. We need to get the wallet in there so we can actually start receiving the PunkPanda tokens, you know, and we need to do this and that. So you're going to see that continually improve. And also what happens with these new apps is that your phone is a smartphone. It's called that for a reason. The more you use an app, the more your phone starts to get intuitive and realize it's a bit like your predictive text. Your phone starts to learn what you are doing and what you're wanting to do. So bear with it during this early phase. The more you use the app, the easier the app will function for you from a usability standpoint. On top of that, we have a really important goal for the entire community, and every one of you can help. We've just clicked over 52,000 members, all right, people who have downloaded and have the app. Now, one of the things that happens is when a brand new person downloads the app, they're going to want to go to contacts and send somebody a message. And they might go, hang on, what's going on? I don't see my contacts. Some people are used to going to WhatsApp, clicking on contacts, and all these people are there. And they think they're seeing all their phone contacts, but they're actually not. What they're seeing is all the people that they know who have already downloaded WhatsApp, all right? It's been around since 2009, so a lot of people you know already have WhatsApp, right? So when you go and you download the PunkPanda app and you click on contacts, well, for you to see somebody, you need that person to have downloaded and registered with Panda Pals, or sorry, with the app, and they also need to be in your phone, right? Now, any new company that comes along and puts a messaging app on Google Play or on iOS with Apple, it will only actually sync their contacts every 3 or 4 minutes. So you might be sitting there going, my friends just added the app, I can't see them. So what happens is the big companies, they have a certificate that automatically refreshes a lot more often. This is how we get there, and we get there as a community. As soon as we have 100,000 people who have registered and download the app, we can get a certificate from Apple and Google Play, which will refresh and synchronize those contacts and features a lot more often. All right, so that's a community goal. We've got 50,000 members. If we go out and introduce 1 people each in the next 7 days, we're at 100,000. And we can go to Apple and say, hey, guess what? Upgrade us, fellas. We're ready to roll. So that's one of our goals. As far as the feedback, if there's something that's not working or you think there's a great idea or you can't access your code, the best way to go about this is to go to punkpanda.com, and there's a live chat feature there. When you send the message there, it goes straight through to our app development team, and they can not only help you with your issue, but they can be logging the issues or the ideas, so they can then go away and say, this is the major priority for us to fix and work on first to improve the user experience. All right. Now it's called live chat. Sometimes you'll get somebody who's there immediately, and sometimes it might take an hour or 2. All right. So if there's somebody's not responding, don't get frustrated. Just realize, you know what, they will get it and they will respond to your message when they get to it. What's next, TW?
Okay. Well, you covered the support, and that's very, very important at this crucial moment where we're at in the process of bringing this to the world. Your feedback in this app process is most important, and our ability to take that feedback and convert it over into actual, to manifest it through the app is very important as well. So we talked about this in a video a week ago, that we were going to have a marketing video for you guys. This marketing video, Marcus is going to talk to us about it. Now, is this video ready, Marcus?
Mate, it will be ready in the next 24, 48 hours maximum. I've seen 2 edits of it, and it's like so frustrating because it's so cool. But I can't wait to get out. It's going to be a 2-minute video, and it's basically positioning who we are, what we're doing, what we're not doing, and why somebody would want to use the Panda app. So it's literally a 2-minute video that you're going to be able to send out to your contacts that will do the heavy lifting and the explaining for you, and give that fun but professional first impression when you're wanting to let somebody know about Panda app. So I've been working with the guys and waiting for it, if it would come through today. If it did, we would have showed you. I haven't seen it come through today, so it may come through as soon as it's done. This is important too. Time to time we'll jump on a Zoom like this to give you a bunch of updates. But really, most of the updates at the moment are going into the Telegram group. If you're not in the Telegram group, grab that link from somebody who is. And also, not just for yourself, but encourage the people you're inviting in to click on the pin post at the top of the Telegram group. You can click on it and it will take you to the most recent pin post. But if you click on it again, it will take you to the one before. So it's good to go back through all of the pin posts, because I see a number of questions that are coming through that I know have been put numerous times into the Telegram group. And hey, I get it. If you're new to a group, you don't know what's been said before, but at least if you click on the pin posts, you can go back and look at the key information that we want to draw your attention to, that we know will also help you to have the best experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what we want to talk about now, and we were looking for Albert to talk about this, is the NFTs that we're trying to put together. Not trying, I don't want to use that term trying, but what we're putting together. And I spoke to Albert about this, and I know Marcus has spoken, and Stalling, these guys are putting these things together. And I just want to say that, first of all, let's put it this way. My background is marketing, right? And anything that you put your hands on, it has to be marketable. When I saw those pandas with those mohawks, and I saw them holding the keyboard, the laptop, and the mail bag, and the cell phone, and the joystick, I said to myself, wow, you can't find something better to market. And what we know about NFTs now, and I always tell anybody in the crypto industry, focus on NFTs and focus on gaming. Those are the things that are going to be. DeFi is a little ways down, but NFTs is right now. Marcus, could you tell us about what we have coming down the pipe as far as NFTs? And I could add a little bit to it from what I know, but for the most part, I know you're getting it straight from the source. Let us know about what's going on with this exciting industry. And I believe it's probably going to be the biggest part, one of the biggest parts of this whole community.
Yeah, listen, I know there's a lot of people, including myself, who are still trying to get their head around this NFT thing that's going on. But what I can tell you is that it's going through the roof. There's a lot of money being made, and it's a lot of excitement happening in this space. And for those of you who are new to NFTs, I would suggest to go to Google and type in, not Google, but to YouTube and type in NFTs and just watch a few videos, some examples. And they're going to be used across many different verticals. But to give you one example, an NFT is a way to take a digital image or a digital file, like a movie clip or a painting, and basically stamp it to prove ownership. All right. It's almost like just taking a trademark and saying, listen, I can now prove that I was the first person to create this digital image. It's mine. And if it ever gets on-sold, a royalty can get paid back to the original creator of that content, or the person who took the photo, or the person who owns that video clip of one of your favorite basketball players doing a slam dunk, or anything like that. So we've actually already NFT'd all of our pandas. All right. So we've got 6 original pandas, Panda app, Panda Meat, Panda Vault. We've NFT'd all of them already. Now, what we're going to be able to do is create a number of those, and it might be a set. There might be 100 of each of the original pandas. And we can take them to a marketplace and a bidding auction and allow people to buy and own one of 100 only ever created of these original pandas. And, we've seen some pretty horrible paintings and some pretty horrible little characters being created, and they're going for tens of thousands of dollars of some of them, and you're sitting there going, what the hell's going on? So this is going to be exciting for us. The originals and the logos already been done, and so we're going to be able to move on this pretty fast. So I just want to let you know that that's happening, and then we're going to start to be able to create a whole bunch of other NFTs, a whole army of pandas, or whatever, but we can then incorporate some of them in our gaming side of things for Panda Play as well.
Very, very well. Listen, the NFT market, like Marcus said, is exploding. I saw an NFT go for like $30,000, $18,000. Albert sat me down and showed me some video game that you can buy a top tier NFT, and then you buy another one that they make and create another NFT, and that one's going to be worth more. It's a whole world out there. And the best way for you low tech guys that don't understand, this is what made me understand it easily. Remember we used to collect baseball cards? And you had Topps baseball cards? NFTs are digital baseball cards. Simple as that. That's the best way for me to describe it. You find a panda, one of our pandas, means nothing to nobody right now. But guess what? Once this company grows and we hit our marks as far as millions of people, that panda will become worth money because of the origin story behind the panda. And so we're having the ability to take something that's digital and put it into a situation to where it will be immortalized as long as we live and beyond. And someone can actually own that, and we can trade that. And it's not that you can just download it off the internet. It'll be certified that people will have ownership of this card or this digital property. And that's the exciting thing. The world is changing. Virtual reality is coming. They're talking about the metaverse. We're going to be able to do so many different things. And guess what? PunkPanda, we're right here on the cutting edge of all of that. And what I want to do right now, I think we have most of the announcements taken care of, but I want to see if we can unmute somebody. And this person is Mikhail. Mikhail from Philadelphia, as he's always introduced himself. If you are on, Mikhail, would you please unmute yourself if you're not already unmuted, and just come on and just talk about the excitement that you're seeing in your organization. And I'm hearing numbers from your organization that are growing tremendous. And I know that when PunkPanda first started, you called me, you said, what do you think about this PunkPanda? And I said, oh man, this is what is going to happen. Is this, is that. And he said, you know what? I'm glad you said it, because I think with this opportunity, I could put millions of people in. And he's true to his word so far. He's doing it. It's only been a few days, and he's already got close to 3,000, if not more. Mikhail, come on, talk to us.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I'm very excited. I like that. I'm very excited. It's like, let me go a little bit behind. I came to America from Russia in 1980. And for over 30 years, I was in the jewelry business. And I make my point why I say that to you guys. I used to own 2 jewelry stores, excuse me, in Philadelphia. I own a medical billing company, medical equipment company in New York. In Russia, I was a boxer for 12 years. I had 130 fights. I was in the Russian military, and I was in network marketing for over 40 years. I saw it all. I thought I saw it all. I mean, I'm a fighter. Even though I'm 66 years old, I always go forward, and I know how to throw a punch, in a matter of speaking. And if I try to do something, I try to do it well. And of course, in my past, I was in the places when I would jump in, and it was total disaster. And then I was in the places when I would jump in, and it was like, wow. And in 2014, this is the first time when I was introduced to the crypto space, and I made a ton of money, and people in my organization made a ton of money. But what I see today is just mind-blowing. I actually did a presentation, small webinar I did with some few Russians from Russia, from former Soviet Union. There's only a small group of people, and I did another presentation maybe like a week ago. Since last week, for about 3 days in a row, I have 300 people join my business every freaking day. I already have over 3,000 people in the organization, and this has nothing to do with me. I'm gonna demonstrate the presentation I do when I introduce these people to everybody. It doesn't matter, people who speak Russian, excuse me, people who speak English, no matter where in the world they're living. I mean, just think about it. Because I've been in the business for so many years, I am a businessman, and I always say, every business has element of risk. This is just the way it is. It's not bad. You just must understand, analyze, and if you think this is good for you, you jump in. Guys, the business we're introducing right now, it's no risk because there's no money involved. I mean, just think about it. We have a product which everybody needs. They may not need it yet, but most people are already using it. And guess what? They're not getting paid nothing. I mean, when WhatsApp was sold for $19 or $16 billion, I didn't make a penny. I've been using WhatsApp a lot. Did you make any Do you know anybody who did? No. So we are in a business, we're going to do much better than WhatsApp. Plus, every time we're using, you're going to make crypto. I remember when I used to make 5 Bitcoins a day. If I only knew today what I know today, I mean, I would probably have, I was counting another day. I didn't want to mention my wife because she's going to kill me. I probably used to have altogether in all 7 years, 1,500 Bitcoins. Do you understand how much money it is? I was dumb because I didn't understand and I was selling everything. Well, number one, we have few choices right now. I'm talking about me, but I'm sure anybody can benefit from it. We are in the best business anybody can offer today. And I'm telling you, next year, the whole internet going to be talking about PunkPanda. We are on the front. Do you understand most of the people today who already joined the business, they're going to be multimillionaires? When I start my cryptocurrency business in 3 years, I made 8 people. They made $1 million in 3 to 2.5 years in my organization. 8 people. I'm probably going to be able to make 800 people in this company. This is like, you know, I always say my English is not rich enough to explain how I feel. I'm so freaking excited, you can imagine. And most people have no idea what they have in their hands. Guys, I give you an advice. Go out today, tomorrow, and tell everybody, because if you don't, believe me, I will.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing that, Mikhail. I love your energy. And, you know, the reality is that, you know, yes, we've got something that's being offered in the crypto space, and a lot of people are not into crypto. They don't believe in it, or they don't understand it, or they're scared of it. But it doesn't matter. If they can download a free app and start using that app, they start to accumulate PPM tokens. And at some point, the value of those tokens sitting in their wallet is going to become so large that they will then be financially incentivized to go, well, how do I now go and set up a Bitcoin wallet and transfer it out of there? And how do I sell that if I want to? But the important part here is that we are not a company that's just here to be here today and gone tomorrow. We're bringing real solutions to the world. So many people are starting to become concerned about the privacy and the security of their communications. You know, they're sitting there and they're saying, well, listen, I was talking about this one thing today, and then tomorrow I start seeing advertisements on all these other platforms about what I've just been speaking to my friend about. Some people are okay with that, and that's cool, but some people don't want that to happen. You know, and so it's not just about what we're doing, it's about what we're not doing. You know, we're not going to be harvesting your data. We're not going to be advertising things to you that you've been talking about. You know, not going to be compromising the videos and the photos that you're sharing. We actually don't even have access to that as a company. It gets encrypted on your device, and the only person who can decrypt that message or that photo or that video or that voice message is the intended user that you've sent it to. If you both log out, there's nothing stored in the cloud anywhere, because it was only ever stored on your device and the person that you were sending it to on their device. This is very different. You know, we all know the story about Facebook and how it's become such a huge multi-billion dollar, if not $1 trillion company. But have you guys heard of a guy called Joe Green? Of course you haven't heard of Joe Green. Do you know why? Because nobody talks about somebody who gets involved in something big that opted out in the beginning. Joe Green shared a dorm room with Mark Zuckerberg. And when they decided they were going to put together Facebook, he was one of the half a dozen people that Mark Zuckerberg said, let's come in and do this together. Well, Joe Green went to somebody who was a trusted authority in his life, which was his father, who was actually a business lecturer at Harvard University. So he obviously knows about business, right? And his dad said, stay away from that Zuckerberg guy. Well, guess what? That great advice from that respected authority cost this guy hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's why you've never heard of Joe Green. If you don't believe me, go Google it, right? And the same is going to happen to some people, unfortunately, on this call. PunkPanda is going to get rolling. We're going to put the coin on some public exchanges, and it's going to go up and up and up, and it's going to go up and down like coins do. But at some point, people are going to go, oh, I've made some money and I'm going to sell it. Well, that's okay. You can do that. They're your tokens. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. That's your right. But no one's going to be talking about somebody who sold their tokens at $1 when it hits $100, right? Only if they're laughing at them or they're telling a hard luck story. Just make sure you're not that guy, you're not that girl. Because you know what? We're talking about NFTs. And some of you may never be interested in that's okay. But just understand that of all the revenue we make from all the different products and services that we're going to be rolling out as a company, we take a percentage of those profits and use that to buy tokens back off the market. And if you know anything about supply and demand, as long as there's a demand for the token, especially if it's outstripping supply, it will actually go up in value when something's a restricted commodity. So that's it from my side. And I'm interested in the Telegram group. We're talking about NFTs. We're going to put out the PunkPanda 10 commandments. And each commandment's going to have a panda and then what that commandment is. So some of them are fun, some of them are kind of serious, but so I'm interested to see who's interested to collect all 10 PunkPanda commandments. TW, I might hand back to you in case there's any final thoughts you want to touch on to wrap up today's call.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming out to this call tonight for these updates and exciting news. We wanted Albert up here to help us out with this call because that's a dynamic duo. Those guys work good together. It's early where he's at. So, he's working hard on a smart contract. That's what he's working on right now. And the smart contract is the number one thing that we're trying to get done right now. So just forgive his absence tonight. And I just want to say something about Mikhail. I didn't even really think about this, but Mikhail says he's from Philadelphia. He's a Russian boxer. He was in the jewelry business. He was in the Russian military. You can't get a tougher guy than that. So when a guy that tough talks about how excited he is and how he's going to put things together, I'm inclined to believe this guy. So I'll say that. And the other thing is this. Go to the Telegram group. If you're not on Telegram, go to the Telegram group, the PunkPanda Telegram group, and go to the pin at the top. We have another meeting tomorrow. It's my time, New York. It's 8:30 in the morning. I don't know all the time zones, but if you go to the Telegram pin, it's right there. All right. Other than that, listen, ladies, gentlemen, this week is going to be an exciting week for us. We have a lot to look forward to. We are going to be rewarded for doing something that we've been doing for the last few years with all these other apps. And for the last week, we've been doing with our own app. So listen, use it, share it, own it. PunkPanda out.